Single-player games are those that can be played by a single person, without the need for an internet connection or other players. They are a great option for those who want to enjoy an immersive story and well-developed characters. These games often have more elaborate and engaging stories than multiplayer games. This is because developers have more freedom to tell a story from beginning to end, without the need to worry about interacting with other players. That's why today I bring you the 15 best single-player games that will be released in 2024.
Hush now. It's going to be okay. The demon is here. It's the demon.
Witches of the New World is a third-person action-adventure game with a Souls-like combat system. Players take control of Jedediah Hopkins, a witch hunter based on historical accounts of a 17th century witch hunter, but placed in a fantasy genre setting.
The worst spirit a woman colored in hell, to win me some to hell. My female evil tempted my better angel from my side, and would corrupt my saint to be a devil, wooing his purity with her foul pride. And whether that my angel returned to you, suspect I may yet, not directly tell, be both from you both to each friend. I guess one angel in another hell, in another sky. Yet this shall I ne'er know, but I leave it out, till my bad angel find my good one out.
Metal Gear Solid Delta: Snake Eater is a remake of the original 2004 game. The remake promises to bring a new version of the story, with updated graphics, new dialogue, and gameplay mechanics. Konami also confirmed that the game will feature a new ending, which will expand the story of the Metal Gear universe. Banishers: Ghosts of New Eden is an action role-playing game set in New Eden, a colonial settlement in North America in 1695. The settlement is being plagued by a curse that is bringing the dead back to life. Players take on the roles of Antia Duarte and Red Mac Wraith, a couple of Banishers, who are sent to investigate the curse and find a way to stop it.
Simple and awful. I banish you. Death to the dead. Do we kill? To be together again.
Or do we part forever?
Come out, wherever you are. Come on, show yourself.
Red.
Every bloody time.
Blade Runner 2033: Labyrinth is a first-person adventure game. Players will explore the game world, solve puzzles, and face enemies. The game will also feature a stealth-based combat system. Players can use weapons and tools to eliminate enemies or go undetected.
Picking through the pieces. Being someone else. In places that no longer exist. That's where you'll find me. Searching. In the land of the dead.
Star Wars: Outlaws promises to deliver a full-fledged open-world experience, with a variety of planets to explore. Players take control of Kves, a mercenary seeking her freedom and the means to start a new life.
I think that went pretty well, right? These guys don't quit. Hang on.
James Bond fans, get ready! The new game in the franchise, called Project 007, is coming. The game was announced in 2020 and is being developed by IO Interactive, the same company responsible for the Hitman series. The game will tell the origin story of James Bond. Players will take on the role of a young James Bond, still in training to become a secret agent. The Wolf Among Us 2 is set 6 months after the events of the first game. Bigby Wolf, the sheriff of Fabletown, is struggling to keep the peace between the city's inhabitants, who are fairy tale creatures living in hiding from humans. A new case threatens to disrupt the fragile balance between humans and the inhabitants of Fabletown. Bigby will need to use all of his skills to solve the case and keep the peace.
They hadn't cast so much as a shadow. Till that night.
He's been hesitant to share with us. I assume it has something to do with confidentiality associated with the job.
Wonder Woman will feature an original story, written by a team of experienced writers, including Gail Simone, who has written Wonder Woman comics. The game will also feature a talented voice cast, including Gal Gadot, who portrays Wonder Woman in the DC films. Judas is the new first-person shooter game developed by Ghost Story Games, the studio of legendary Ken Levine, creator of the BioShock franchise. Judas takes place on a disintegrating spaceship. The player takes on the role of a character named Judas, who is trapped on the ship with other passengers. The only hope for survival is to escape the ship, but to do so, Judas will need to form alliances with his worst enemies. I.G.I. Origins is a first-person shooter set during the Cold War. The game's story revolves around a secret organization called the Institute for Global Intelligence, I.G.I., which is responsible for espionage and counterterrorism missions. The player takes on the role of Michael King, codename Regent, a former SAS soldier who is recruited by MI6 for covert global missions.
Never forget. Caution is prudent. Knives are razor sharp. Sometimes you need to help discriminate friend from foe.
Senua Saga. Hellblade 2 is a game that blends action and exploration. Senua is a skilled warrior, and players will be able to use a variety of weapons and abilities to defeat their enemies. The game also features a psychological combat system that explores Senua's mental condition. It was developed with the Unreal Engine 5, so the game has stunning graphics. It also features a binaural audio system that provides an immersive experience for players. In Avowed, you play as a representative of the Kingdom of Eder, sent to investigate a plague that is ravaging the island of Living Lands. However, as you explore the island, you discover a personal connection to the region and an ancient secret that threatens to destroy everything.
It forged our empire. Turned heroes into queens and kings. And decimated our foes. Now our oaths are lost, forsaken. And you must face the monsters our sins have borne. Is an oath.
Last Sentinel is an open-world action game set in a dystopian version of Tokyo, Japan, decades in the future. The game is centered on what remains of Tokyo and features a completely unique environment, cast, narrative, and gameplay experience.
I'm scared, Mommy. Please. Hush now. It's going to be okay. The demon is here. It's the demon.
Follow me.
Jurassic Park Survival is a first-person action-adventure game. The player takes on the role of Dr. Maya Joshi, an InGen scientist who was left behind on Isla Nublar after the chaos of the first film. The player must use their intelligence and skills to survive on the island, which is infested with dinosaurs. The game will feature a variety of dinosaurs, including the classic Tyrannosaurus Rex, Velociraptor, and Triceratops. The game will also feature an original story mode, which will explore a new perspective on the story of the first film. The player will have the opportunity to discover secrets that have never been revealed before. The story of Rebirth picks up immediately after the end of Final Fantasy VII Remake. Cloud Strife and his companions are fleeing Midgar, the metropolis that was destroyed by Shinra, a corrupt corporation. They need to find a new place to live and continue their fight against Shinra. The game will take players to a vaster and more detailed world than the first remake. The graphics have been enhanced to take advantage of the power of the PlayStation 5, with more detailed textures, realistic lighting, and stunning special effects.
That she can become those you hate, those you fear, those you love.
You murdered my dad! You burned my village!
You know that I killed her. So, who is she?